Yo, people, what's going on? Back again, another episode. Footy Talk. What you saying, bro?
My internet is moving mad right now, so if I go throughout the stream, don't blame me.
Man, that's that man, bro, with the atleti top, bro.
Listen, had to come and support the team today.
Yeah,
Can't
trust
really
me.
let Chelsea get that win.
Yeah, 100%. Big up everyone inside. Smash the like button as you're coming in. You know, like that, bro. Oi, big up everyone in here. And yeah, oi, Zaki, don't worry about that brother, you know. You know them ones. I think that's the brother that clipped Aaron, I think. You know them ones. Them man, they are jobless anyway. You know them. Them man are pagans, bruv. You could clip this and tell that pussy, oh yeah. If them man are bad man, yeah, then turn on their camera, go on YouTube, show your face, blood. Bear these little accounts on Twitter hiding behind fucking pictures of someone else. And they're probably little 12-year-old dickheads that get bullied at school, fam. So they want to try and equalize online, bruv. Them man ain't on nothing, bruv. When you get paid money to tweet, yeah, then we can have a conversation, blood. Until then, suck your mum, innit? You know them ones. You can clip that for him, blood. Tell him to clip that.
You know, it's funny. You know, like someone said it in the comments, like United LS guy said, leave Rants and Bants in 2020, and he's still clipping you lot.
I saw that, bro. The brother's obsessed with me, bro. That's the only engagement he gets on his Twitter page is when man tries to clip me, bro. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? I'm someone in real life, blood. You're only someone on Twitter. So it's a mad thing. Big up everyone inside. Know what I'm saying? Smash up that like button. Obviously, you got your Champions League watch along. You got your Champions League watch along tonight, which should be good. Clash of styles. You know what I'm saying? We got possession football versus you can have it, and we'll hit you on a break football. You know them ones. Like it's gonna be a mad thing. We're gonna see who comes out on top. Know what I'm saying? Statman, your guy is getting linked with Tottenham, fam. Everything that man said, yeah. Everything that man said about Jose is coming to fruition, bro. But it's happening a lot sooner than I thought it was.
I think I saw a report yesterday, and it was by Matt Law, who's like a very well-respected journalist and stuff. He's saying Jose Mourinho has like kind of like the next couple games to save his job, kind of thing. And looking at Tottenham's next 4 games, yeah, Wolfsburger, they're 4-1 up, 4 away goes, they're through in that. Burnley, who are a tough side, they only beat them 1-0 earlier on in the season. Fulham, very good right now under Scott Parker, and Crystal Palace. Like, that's a tough 4 games. So I don't know if Jose will survive that. But for me, like when I first saw the reports and everyone saying Nagelsmann going Tottenham, listen, it's going to cost over £20 million to sack Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Then you think Daniel Levy's going to buy Nagelsmann out his contract at Leipzig?
Yeah.
It's not happening. And another thing, yeah, you know, it's a COVID market. It's still going to be very tough for clubs to spend big this summer. So do you really expect Daniel Levy to go and spend over £20 million to sack Jose? And the thing is, if Jose Mourinho wins the Europa League, which you never know he could, they're back in the Champions League. It'll be silly to sack him then. And they still got the thing, Carabao Cup. And I think if they win that, they're in the Europa League straight away, aren't they?
But I don't know, bruv. Bruv, you know what it is? Once a manager loses the dressing room, I don't think it really matters what they win. Yeah, I
hear that. But the thing is, yeah, I don't think he's actually lost the dressing room completely. Like, his main guy, Harry Kane, he's still fully behind Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, but we don't know that, though.
But listen.
He is publicly.
Yeah, but like he's still playing to a high enough level for Jose Mourinho. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, in the performances from Harry Kane and Son, yeah, they haven't been at the same stuff from the start of the season, but they're still doing very, very well. So I can't see like their performances massively dropping, telling me that they want Jose Mourinho out.
Bruv, but the thing is, just because man's playing well, that doesn't mean that they're happy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that, but like, if they're performing, I think Tottenham are fine. Because for me, that's literally what they were going to have anyway. Harry Kane.
No, I hear that, but the thing is with Harry Kane, yeah, because he'll always be chasing a golden boot and all these things for his own ego, for his own pride. Yeah, he's always going to put in a certain level of performance, bro. Like, from some of the quotes here that these men are putting out, yeah, they're saying that the team are increasingly unhappy with his approach. They said some of the attacking players who feel that Mourinho's training is too focused on defense and on not making mistakes are unhappy with how little focus there is on complex offensive patterns. Some attacking players have even remarked privately that they are still reliant on moves and finishes in the final third that they learned and honed under Pochettino because there's been so little detailed attacking work under Mourinho. And this is exactly what man said, yeah, with Man United. He just relied on individual brilliance, yeah, and he just kept it compact, bro. And that's exactly what Oli does, bro. The difference is we can't even defend under Oli. So it's
to be
literally
honest,
like
Jose Mourinho, since Rui Faria left, Jose Mourinho can't defend either. His defensive tactics have gone.
Done. Do you know what I'm saying? So honestly, like, bruv, Jose is treading on thin ice, blood. I think that he's lost Son and I think he's lost Harry Kane. I think that these guys are playing purely for pride, bro. That's all it is. I don't think that they enjoy playing for the manager. And when players don't enjoy playing for the manager, the thing is with Tottenham, it's not a club like Manchester United where, like, cool, the Glazers ain't about, blood. Them man can walk into Levy's office. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they can walk into his office.
But I think, like, you need to know it's Daniel Levy we're talking about. Over £20 million to sack Jose Mourinho. It cost Ed Woodward around that when he sacked Jose. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just can't see it happening. It's going to be too expensive. Say if it wasn't a COVID climate, because you need to know these clubs are losing over £1 million a day, and not a day for match day revenue and stuff. It's massive for them. They're not going to be that silly enough to sack Jose Mourinho right now, in my opinion.
Bruv, listen, yeah, I hear that. Do you know what I'm saying? I hear that 100%, my guy. But it's one of them ones where the players always get what they want, innit? And the thing
at the same time,
if you would sack Pochettino, he ain't gonna have no qualms in sacking Jose.
But when Pochettino got sacked, they were they're not around 13th or something. They were struggling big time.
Bruv, they're pretty much 13th now. Yeah,
but they've at least... but right now, they've at least got the Europa League to worry about. They've got the Carabao Cup final at the end of April. So that's why I just can't see it happening.
Be interesting. And the thing is, they're saying he's got a couple games to save his job.
And the thing is, remember what I always say? Daniel Levy in the Tottenham documentary kept speaking about that trophy. They just want a trophy so bad. And for me, in a one-off cup final, you want Jose Mourinho in charge. Yeah. So it would just be silly to sack him for me. But the thing is, I do get, like, if it is Julian Nagelsmann right now, in this period of time, is a better coach than Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, for sure.
In my opinion. Like, it will be a brilliant signing for them. Well, not signing, but, like, appointment for them. I
don't know. The thing is with Nagelsmann, yeah, even if they do get Nagelsmann, for me, that's an end of the season appointment. That's not an appointment that's gonna come in
mid-season.
In mid-season, which will mean that they'll probably get an interim manager in, or they'll actually agree to have him at the end of the season, and they'll just keep Mourinho to the end of the season, so they don't have to pay him as much.
Yeah, you know maybe. I mean? But even then, like, I was looking at, like, there's people like Leonardo Jardim, former Monaco manager who won the league there, are right now available. There's still some decent managers out there.
Yeah, possibly, but I just think it's amazing seeing Jose's demise, blood. I mean, the guy's still in his head. He still thinks he's a top manager. He's clearly not. You know what I mean? He's clearly not. Like, the thing is, his methods are dated.
Even today, and his news conference the other day, like, he was like, his training methods are second to none.
Yeah.
They can't be second to none if you're that low in the league. But you have to rate the confidence.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not like he's got shit players as well. Like, he's actually got decent players as well, bro. So it's mad. And I noticed anyway from when Rui Faria left, like, our defense just kind of capitulated anyway. Mm-hmm. And now we got flipping Carrick and McKenna coaching these man, bro. And when you look at the breakdown, we don't defend as a team and we don't attack as a team, bro. Like, we're so disjointed. The thing is with Tottenham, they do defend as a team. You can see that they're defensively drilled, but it's still not good enough, bruv. The players are not happy there. When you've got loads of players playing in a system that they're not comfortable in, they're not happy, and they're still going to make mistakes. Then when the manager's going to blame them for making those mistakes, that's where you get people getting pissed off, because they're like, cool, yeah, I made a mistake, but I don't want to fucking do this anyway, bruv. And that's what we're seeing at Tottenham now.
But what we've also seen with Jose right now in the last couple of games, he has kind of like bitten his tongue kind of thing. Dele Alli's back in the squads. What's the guy's name? Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale actually looked very decent when he came on the other day against West Ham, I think it was. So maybe, like, you could argue, like, the players have kind of responded to Jose's treatment.
Maybe we'll see in it. We'll see how they respond
And
over the course of the next 3-4 games. What's their next 3-4 game?
Well, in all competitions of the Premier League.
Well, in all comps then.
So Wolfsburg on the 24th.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's
not even a game.
Burnley, Fulham, Palace, Arsenal.
They should win. They should win at least 3 of those games.
Yeah, they should, but like it is a tough run. Like there's no easy games in the Premier League right now.
Burnley, Fulham, Palace. Those are all. They're not. They shouldn't be tough games for a team with the players that they have.
And I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know how long Zaha's out for, but if Zaha's out, that's a massive miss for Crystal Palace.
Massive.
But the thing is, in the league, West Ham are 4th right now with 45 wins and they play 25 games. Tottenham are 9th right now, but they play 24 and they're on 36 wins. So say if they do win the game in hand, they'll be on 39 points and they'll only really be 6 points away from 4th.
Yeah, but 6 points is a lot of points for Tottenham, like at this period of the season, the way they're playing. Do you know what I mean? If they were on form, I'd be like, all right, cool, it's only 6 points in it. But, bro, they're not playing well.
But what I'm trying to say, like, you just need a small run in this league right now and you'll move up bare places. Tottenham could have a
you do, but where does this confidence come from? Because they're not playing well. And Jose ain't really known for his man management like that no more. Do you know what I mean? How does he turn it around, bro? Because I remember when he was at our club, loads of people were like, oh, yeah, it's Mourinho. He can turn it around. I knew he wasn't turning it around. And he didn't.
I think for me right now, Bale. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Bale was finished at the top level. But the last couple of games, he looked all right. Like against West Ham, he made a real change to the game. He nearly scored an absolute wonderful volley as well, which hit the crossbar.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see, innit? If Bale can bring man back. But honestly, I don't even, bruv. Bale can't even trust himself to stay fit for 3 games. I don't even think he can complete 2 90 minutes in a row. So, not really worried about him.
Yeah,
I'm not really worried about Gareth Bale.
Yeah, I hear that, but it's kind of like if you have a fit and firing Gareth Bale, he's a beautiful option to have.
Nah, yeah, bruv, a fit and firing Gareth Bale 3-4 years ago. Yeah, cool. No, I mean, this Gareth Bale right now, he will still produce moments. Yeah, but I mean, it's a 90-minute game. I mean, it's a 90-minute game. So even if he does give them a spark, bro, the way they're fucking shipping goals, like, what does the spark even mean?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem.
Did he score in that West Ham game?
No. I think he got an assist for the Lucas Moura header.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. So it's like, bruv, it's a long game, innit? Like, sparks, Tottenham need more than a spark. No, I'm saying it looks like they just need a complete reset again, bruv.
I think the problem right now with Tottenham is their defense as well. This is not a Jose Mourinho side that we're used to seeing. Regular, Eric Dyer, Davinson Sanchez, and Tanganga was the back four that side against West Ham. Dyer and Sanchez are pathetic.
But he wanted to sign Dyer for Man United.
Yeah, but the thing
he wanted to sign Toby, so
he wanted to sign Dyer in the holding midfield role, though. I think that was just something that we linked to in the Man United match on him. But now he's laying him centre back. Yeah,
because I think his legs have gone and now he's a centre back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But either way, he likes the player. You know what I mean? They speak Portuguese and that. Like, that's his guy, innit? Dyer's dead.
Toby Alderweireld, I think he's finished, but like you still see. I still think he's a good defender, but he's just not the same Toby Alderweireld of the world. Like, I used to rate Toby Alderweireld very, very highly. Like, on the ball, he's one of the best centre backs in the league.
Yep. But the problem is, Jose doesn't take a job without having this meeting with Levy, saying to him, I need this, I need this, I need that. He didn't just walk in there and just inherit a mess, bro. He spent bare money, bro. He spent not spent bare money, but he brought in bare players, innit? Like, they brought in like 7 players or something like that in that window. Even brought in Joe Hart for backup as well. Like, bro, he got what he wanted.
Yeah,
and they're worse off.
Yeah. But even then, like, it was always going to be tough for Jose Mourinho, especially right now. Like, Jose Mourinho was like a manager who needs a big budget. In a COVID climate, you're not going to get that. So that's why you kind of do have to feel sorry for Jose. But the thing is,
you never feel sorry for Jose.
No, but you see me, I don't want Jose Mourinho sacked because he's one of those managers that you want to keep in the league. He's entertaining.
Yeah, I want him to stay as well because he's shit.
And I don't want Nagelsmann taking over.
Nah, I hear that, brother. I see how hopeful you are with this Nagelsmann thing.
No,
You
but
know
like,
the ones that,
do you really think Jose Mourinho is going to get sacked mid-season?
bruv, I think it could happen. I think it could happen, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Last 10 games, 3 wins, 2 draws, 5 losses. That's sackable form.
But I think the only reason I say he's not sackable is because they still got the Carabao Cup final. That's the only thing I think Tottenham fans and Tottenham as a club are holding on to. They need that trophy. And the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
didn't Emery get sacked? Yeah, when Arsenal still had a FA Cup run though. I swear, because then Arteta won the FA Cup.
But I think that's the difference though. That's Unai Emery and the Arsenal who have won trophies. Tottenham haven't won anything for the last 10 years. They need this trophy so bad.
Fair enough. I'm saying fair enough.
I'm not trying to criticize Nagelsmann here, but say if Nagelsmann does come in and they still win the Carabao Cup final, who would you rather have, Jose or Nagelsmann? Nagelsmann, a guy who's never won a trophy, or Jose Mourinho, who's been there, won the Carabao Cup final on numerous occasions?
I'd rather Nagelsmann.
No, I would say
I'd rather Nagelsmann because at least the players, the players wouldn't have been fed up of man, bro. I don't care if it's Jose Mourinho at this point. I think the players are fed up of him, bro. You know them. I think that they're not playing for him anymore. That's what I think. So I'd rather have a manager that the players are playing for than a manager that the players aren't playing for. Because right now the players don't care what Jose's won. They just know that they're not enjoying their football. It's evident, bro. Like the loss to Liverpool showed me, more than anything, that Tottenham are finished. Because that game, the way Liverpool weren't in good form and still managed to turn their man over, it showed me, that these Tottenham players ain't having it. And then them man are coming. He's talking about 3 individual mistakes, bro. Throw a man under the bus. I think they're fed up.
Yeah, like that always happens with Jose, though. You know, as soon as it goes a bit bad, he's gonna throw players under the bus. It always happens.
100%. I big up everyone.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the players he has thrown under the bus are Dele Alli and Gareth Bale. Like he said, Gareth Bale, you're gonna go back to Tottenham, Real if you're playing it. Dele Alli, even like his first training session, he was like, "Is this Dele Alli or is this his twin or something?" Like he's thrown these players under the bus. Like Dele Alli wasn't even making matchday squads before. Dele Alli has now worked himself back into the matchday squads. Gareth Bale has now worked himself back into a decent run of form right now because he was good the other day in the Europa League as well.
Fair. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. You know what it is. I didn't see Lukaku's Q&A on Twitter. So
is that 8 o'clock today?
Oh. So what? He hasn't done it yet?
No. I think he just put a tweet out saying I'm doing a Q&A at 8.
Oh, bro. Of course, bro. He's scoring goals now, innit? So he'll resurface. You know them ones. He does that though. You know what I mean? Everyone know that he does that. He's the most insecure footballer on the planet. Well, one of them anyway.
It can't go worse than Rashford's Q&A the other day when he was answering.
Why? What happened with his Q&A?
Remember what I sent you? When people, who was it? I think someone asked Rashford who's your favourite French players. He mentioned, I don't think he mentioned Pogba. Someone asked who's your favourite.
Did he say French players or did he say who's your favourite players playing in something?
No,
Serie A. Was it?
He answered bears. Like he said that Serie A thing, and he said Ashley Young and Lukaku. But then someone asked who's your favourite player, and he said Ronaldo, even though Ronaldo plays in the Serie A. Like he was just baffed that day.
But I wouldn't even be surprised if it wasn't him, blood.
Are people saying he's done the Q&A now?
Oh, he's done it. Yeah, well then come. Let me see. Well, go on. Tell me. Let us know in the comment section what's been going on with this Q&A. And yo, wheel up the Timo Werner. Wheel up the Timo Werner quote because that killed me. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. That absolutely killed me, bruv. My man said that he got brought down to earth, blood. Did you see it? Man knew that Werner was a pace merchant anyway, bro.
Hey, listen, read this here. So someone asked thoughts on Ollie's as a manager. Do you still have a good relationship with him? He answered, he's doing great. You guys have to know I love him as a manager and as a person. I wish him nothing but the best. You know he hates it.
Yeah, of course he does. I know for a fact he does. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact he does. But it's where it is, bro. Like, it's PR, innit? Man can't come out and say, yo.
See, this is one great from Lukaku. Someone else has your touch. He posted a clip of his first touch. He's funny.
What, did he post a video? He probably had that loaded, you know them, man.
Look.
Better than yours, you know. Oi, I'm dead. Oi, Lukaku is so insecure, blood. It's mad. If man asked me how my touch was, I would have put a video of me just slapping the ball in the top corner. Man, I ain't got no time to be doing these kind of things. That is too funny, bro. He said he's happy for Everton. He should be happy for Everton as well, blood. That's the club that really made him, bro. That really put him on the map. You know them ones. He don't rate Oli at all. Trust me. All right, big up everyone. Yo, Werner. Hey, did you see the Werner interview? I rattled, bro.
Oh, I saw that quote. I haven't seen the full interview.
Werner, listen, bruv. In the last few months, I've been brought down to earth, blood. He said the players are basically, they're massive and they're physical and they're quick, blood. And, bruv, that's the difference between the Prem. It's got nothing to do with the technical level of the Premier League. The technical level of the Premier League is low, blood. Do you know what I mean? But this is a pace and power league, bruv. This is what the league's about, innit? The league is about speed. It's about physicality. Like, the players that don't make it here, it's not because they're not good footballers, bruv. It's sometimes because they're good footballers, they don't make it here. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You don't have to be a good footballer, yeah, to do well in this league, bruv. Like, you don't. And that's just what it is. So, like, technically you'll get found out playing in other leagues, but here physically you'll get found out.
To be honest, technically he still got found out in this league. He struggled at times. You could see when he's trying to take players on. He looks so bad on the ball.
So bad, but that's because his pace.
43% of dribbles completed.
His pace don't get him out of jail here. You know them ones. Like in Germany, he can just kick and run, man. Because that's what he is. He's a kick and run baller. All of a sudden, yeah, you're kicking it, but you can't outrun, man. Or you're just getting bounced. Players are a lot more physical. You kick it past, man, they just say, yeah, move. Just knock man over. And he's getting found out. And the thing is, yeah, like I said, I think he'll be back in Germany, bruv. Like within the next 18 months.
To be honest, under Tuchel, he has kind of done all right. He got a goal and an assist. I think he's won a penalty in that time as well.
Yeah, but I just think he's not going to be enjoying his football, blood. I think this has been a massive culture shock for him. A massive culture shock. And he'll want to go home eventually, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll want to go home.
Where do you see him going? Because he's not going back to Leipzig.
But you just never know, though. You just never know, though.
Because the thing is, the Leipzig don't really have a big spending model, do they, as a club? They spend very, very wisely.
Yeah, but Chelsea aren't getting their money back on Timo Werner. They're not. There's no way they're getting their money back on that guy, bro. Like, he's not good enough.
How much was it? £50 million or something?
I think 45.
I don't know. You could probably get that back, you know.
From who? Not in this climate. Not the way he's played as well.
The thing is, I can just see Barcelona doing something stupid like that.
Oh, perhaps. But why? He's technically just not even good.
To be fair, Barcelona spend stupid amount of money on like random people anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But for me, nah, he's dead, innit? He's a dead baller. You know what I mean? And he needs loads of space to play into, and he doesn't get that in England. You don't get that in England. I think you're seeing, yeah, it's one of them ones where physicality is key, bruv. Physicality is key in this league, bruv. There's so many players, yeah, that play in this league. Like, I remember when Doucouré was at Watford and everyone was like, oh, we should get Doucouré at Man United. And I was like, bro, technically, he's not good enough to play for Man United. He's just a machine, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Good athlete, gets up and down, he's physical and that. But you couldn't see a Doucouré playing in a technical football team. Like, you couldn't.
To be fair, though, like Werner, the one thing I would say, his movement is actually quite good. Like, he's missed 13 big chances this year. He's got into the chances, to be fair. And even at Leipzig last year, he scored something like 28 goals in the league. He missed 21 big chances, I think it is. Or it was over 20. So you have to say his movement is actually half decent.
But I just think he's just because he's a willing runner. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? If you're a willing runner, you're gonna get into positions to score goals, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's the player that he wants to use his pace. He wants to get in behind, bro. And because of that, if he keeps trying, he's gonna get into positions as long as there's someone that's gonna feed him. But ultimately, he's not a good dribbler. He don't protect the ball well, and he's not really a finisher either. Can't finish, bro.
He's kind of like the Cavani thing. I say he's a prolific goal scorer, but he's not clinical.
Yeah, far from clinical. Like he's just not. Yeah, he's just not a baller, bro.
But to be
For
fair,
me,
though,
I think he's trash.
like this is something that when we say about numbers actually do back Timo Werner up as a decent player. 5 goals, 5 assists this season in 21 games, so 10 goal contributions, which ain't horrible for your first season.
Nah, it's not horrible at all.
And
but
he's won 4 penalties at the same time.
yeah, it's not really horrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? 1 in 2, he averages what? A goal contribution every other game and that. But the level of player that Chelsea were pretending that they got when they signed him, yeah, he hasn't turned out to be that. I think that's where most of the criticism comes from for Werner. Because for me, when they signed him, they were going on like they've signed an absolute world beater. And they beat Liverpool to it as well. And they were getting gas saying, oh, we beat Liverpool, this, that, and the other. Like, Klopp wanted him. He's such a great player. And you've seen that he's not. I
think that's just a fan. Because remember when Timo Werner signed, I was like, he's not going to play up front. He can't play up front as the lone striker. He has to play out wide or in the 2. Because at Leipzig, he's playing with Patrick Schick and Yusuf Olsen. At Chelsea, you've seen it now. He's trying to play with Giroud. He's trying to play with Tammy Abraham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? What do you, man, think anyway of Timo, bro? Personally, I just think he's just another pace and power merchant, bro. I think he's dead. And my man saying, watch him turn Maguire inside out. It's not hard. Honestly, do you know what I'm saying? Maguire's a wheelie bin, bro. It's not hard. It's not hard to move to Maguire.
And someone was saying it's a PR stunt about the Liverpool thing. Liverpool were interested in Timo Werner.
No, they were 100%.
They didn't sign Timo Werner because it wasn't about the fee. It was about the overall package, agent fees, and the cost of 4 years. And that's why they went with Jota, who was a bit cheaper.
Yeah, and he said that we did let it go 50 million for Morata. No, 100%. That's a bump. Morata's never worth 50. Like Chelsea have done some good business, but for me, man's dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing about him that I see other than his pace. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's technically great.
Yeah,
I don't think he passes well. I don't think he receives the ball well, and I don't think he finishes well. Like he doesn't do anything well. Do you know what I mean? The only thing that he has about his game that's above average is his pace. And that's it. I think he's very average across the board, innit? He's just very quick. So
you know what you have to give credit to then? Julian Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann
system was making him look like a world beater.
Bro, in that Nagelsmann system, bruv, I could still play in that, bro. Like, honestly, bro, like, it's an amazing system. It's an amazing system, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is. Like, you're seeing it, like, even with Angelino, bruv. Like, I don't think there's a left wing back in the world that gets more space than him.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets that much space. Like, the way Leipzig actually switched the ball across. And let's be honest, the players are not great. And they're not every single time.
Bro, when the ball goes into him, when the ball goes into this guy, bruv, it looks like he can take 5 touches if he wants. He just always seems to be in space all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, bro, to be completely honest. I think the system is brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing the system with good players. In it. Not decent players or okay players. Like really good players. Once Nagelsmann gets his top team, whoever that is, yeah, and Tottenham on a top team, if he gets a top team with top players, yeah, the football could be fucking ridiculous.
And another thing about the Tottenham thing, yeah, you would actually, I would say Leipzig right now are a better footballing side, but I don't think they're a bigger club than Tottenham. It will still be a step up from Julian Nagelsmann, in my opinion.
They're not a bigger club than Tottenham, only because nobody really watches the Bundesliga outside of Germany. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would still be a step up in terms of. You could argue the quality of players is still a step up from.
It's a step up in terms of quality of players.
And the thing is one of the criticisms that everyone says about Julian Nagelsmann is just not enough experience coaching those big players. I wouldn't say Tottenham have a unbelievable like big egos and stuff, but he's still going to be coaching people like Harry Kane and stuff.
Absolutely, but in that Nagelsmann system, where does Kane play, bruv?
Right. Listen, Harry Kane's that good. You have to fit your system around.
No, of course, but that's what I'm saying. Will he have to adapt his system like the way Tuchel had to adapt his system at PSG? Do you know what I mean? He might need to because he does like fluidity.
Yeah, but you still expect Nagelsmann to do that, innit? Because remember the Guillaume Balaguer interview, he speaks about the 30 minutes, counter pressing, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
He knows certain periods of time you have to play a certain game and stuff.
Yeah. Kane ain't really a counter pressing kind of forward.
It'll be
You know what I'm
interesting to see
saying?
how he does it though.
Yeah. 100%. I big up everyone inside. Plug Scope, Super Chat, Text overrated. Most technical players have meaty output. That's not true at all. Maybe in the Premier League. Maybe in the Premier League. And it depends
Look at
on what
Jack
you
Grealish, to be fair.
exactly. And what do
Insane
you
output.
what do you call output? If you're talking about these stat padders in the Premier League, then yeah, fair enough. But that's just the Prem. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look in other leagues, yeah, their players are technical, bruv. And the guys that do madness there are technical, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you get the odd anomaly like Lukaku and that. But, bruv, he'll bully man in Italy all day, innit? It's just the style of the leagues, bro. But man can't tell me that Zlatan ain't technical.
Yeah, Zlatan's technical.
You can't tell me that Suarez ain't technical. You can't tell me that Messi's not technical. Do you know what I'm saying? There's some techie ballers in all these leagues, bruv. Yes, Thiago's struggling in England, yeah, but because it's not a technical league. And then people chatting rubbish saying he slows the game down, bro. Like, he plays the game at the speed it's meant to be played at, bro. Like, English football is football on steroids, bro. That's all it is.
And I think,
You know what I mean, but look at the record in Europe, bro. Look at the record in Europe in the last what? When United's last Champions League was 2008. We're in 2018, 10 years. In the last 15 years, how many English teams have won the Champions League?
Liverpool, Chelsea. That's it, right?
There you go. Hey, 15 years, 2. So technical ability always wins. It always wins. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's man say? 2 out of 15. That ain't nothing to shout about. There ain't nothing to shout about. Like, the Premier League might be the most exciting league in the world to watch because of the pace and the physicality and stuff like that. But bro, like, these men, more often than not, get found out. Even Manchester United at their peak, yeah, I seen them man get mashed up by teams, yeah, that didn't have players half as good as them. You man, if you want to watch a football match, go and watch and see what Bielsa's Bilbao done to Man United. It was embarrassing.
People saying 3 in the comments. Who's the third team?
Who's the third team? Liverpool and Chelsea. Who else has won it?
Yeah, I can't remember any other team.
Who else has won it?
I think people might be including United in that.
No, since United.
Yeah, they're saying United.
Nah, since United, I said between 2008. United won it in 2008. Since United have won it, only Chelsea and Thingy have won it. That's the point man's trying to make. Just Chelsea and Liverpool. That's not good enough.
And I think with output, people only see output as goals and assists. There's a lot more stats than goals and assists.
Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. And then you look at Man City, bro. Do you know what I mean? They're running away with the league right now, bro. And who was it that put them out last year? Leon. Or not Leon. Yeah, Leon. And where did they finish? Like 6th or something like that. Come
7th,
on, bro.
I think it was
7th. Come on, bro. Do you know what I mean? Technical ability, yeah. It might be frowned upon, yeah. Like in England, bro. But you got to understand the way football's played in England, it's not played like that nowhere else. This is why footballers do tend to struggle here. It's not because this league's better. It's because it's different. And sometimes the adaptation process, technically, then you have to adapt to the physicality. You have to adapt to being in a new country, new language, all these other things. That's why players tend to struggle here. It's not because the league's better.
But I do think that gap is starting to like shorten kind of thing. Because the thing is, how will you say this? Pep Guardiola influence. You're seeing teams like Norwich last year who came up and played unbelievable, well, not unbelievable football, but like progressive football.
No, 100%. But that's the foreign manager thing. That's not necessarily the Pep thing.
Yeah,
that's the foreign manager thing.
Call it the Pep Guardiola influence.
Yeah,
because that's
the foreign manager thing. Yeah, 100%. But it's the foreign manager thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So, man, have to look at it. Yeah, that like English clubs in Europe. Yeah, bruv, them man are getting touched by teams. Yeah, that man are saying play in farmers leagues.
And you saw Mbappe tweet out last year.
Yeah,
I think Leon won. He was like farmers league, clown face or emoji.
And then PSG got to the final. Do you know what I'm saying? So tactically and technically, there are better leagues in Europe. And that's just all it is. So when man are saying all these things about like technique is overrated and tactics are overrated, these are the things that get you over the line when all things are equal.
Yeah.
If you have two teams, with decent players and one team's got technically and tactically better players, they'll win. They will win. You know what I mean? And you see fucking Atletico Madrid do it all the time.
Stuff, innit? Like
100%.
Thiago last year was amazing. I don't know how, like, as much as we want to joke about Thiago right now in Liverpool, he's still one of the best midfielders in the world.
Bruv, he is.
Was he not man of the match in the Champions League final last year?
I think so. Bruv, he is one of the best in the world.
In the Champions League last year.
He's struggling in the Klopp system, but that's all it is. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm singling out tech players. No, but they're not inconsistent though. But they're not. What's inconsistent? Do you know what I'm saying?
But then you could argue like those productive players are inconsistent as well.
Bruv, like, what is inconsistent about consistently, having a good touch, consistently being able to pass the ball well? Do you know what I mean? Most of the time, it's these pace and power bears that are inconsistent, bro. Do you know the amount of fucking assists that certain man would have if these hit and miss players actually put the ball in the net? Do you know what I mean? Like, we've seen it. We've seen it. Like a lot of these players that are missing big chances in the league, it's because they're not as technical as the people passing them the ball. That's just all it is. So when you look at technicality, consistency and finishing also comes down to that, bro. Like, there's no surprise that Thierry Henry was just passing the ball into the fucking back of the net effortlessly again and again and again and again. That's the difference between his technique and someone like a Salah. Do you know what I'm saying? Or a Werner or something like that. They're technically not on the level of Henry, bro.
I think the inconsistent thing, like, there's flaws with every single player. Productive players, technical players, there's going to be flaws in the game. It's just part and parcel of football.
100%. You know what I mean? So when you look at tech, you look at someone like a Luis Suarez as well. Like, that guy's, his accuracy is a madness, bro. Like, his consistency and his how clinical he is a joke because he's technical.
I think he still only missed like 6 big chances this year. And he scored like 16 goals or something.
Well, there you go. The reason why he doesn't miss many big chances is because he's technical. It's got nothing to do with pace. It's got nothing to do with man saying, oh, yeah, he runs a lot and all that. Yeah, he does run. He don't run as much as he used to, but he's very, very efficient because he's technical. Like, so technicality always wins.
But just touching on Suarez here, mad stat I saw today. Apparently, Suarez in the Champions League this season has been offside more times than he's had shots, which is mad for me. He's been offside 8 times and has had 7 shots. That's a mad stat.
There you go, innit? And that's what it is. Super clinical, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that comes down to technical ability, bro. That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, if you can do something repetitively, put the ball in the back of the net, you need less chances. It's because his technical level's higher.
Offside. Yeah,
he's been offside. He's had less shots than he's been offside. Obviously, man's probably offside more as well because he ain't got the pace that he used to have.
He has to play on that shoulder.
Yeah. So now he's trying to steal half blood. Do you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't waste shots. He doesn't waste them. And the stats show that. 6 big chances. Only 6 big chances. And he scored 16 goals. That's unreal.
Insane. And you see it with like, Atletico. They're massively overperforming where they're meant to be.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, when people are talking down technical ability, technical ability will always be important. Do you know what I mean? It will always be important. 100%, my bro. I saw that as well when Wrighty was talking about his movement when he played with Dennis Bergkamp. Because he was just like, bro, Bergkamp never plays a bad pass, bro. So if I don't get on the end of it, it's because my run wasn't good. Do you know what I'm saying? And he said it, and that's what it is. When you're at a technical high level, that comes with efficiency, bro. You know what I'm saying? You see it. The most technical players in the world, the one thing they always look tidy, bruv.
David Silva, perfect example.
David Silva, even like a Riyad Mahrez, even Robin Van Persie. When Van Persie played, if Van Persie had a bad game, it wasn't because his touch was off, because his touch was never off. If he had a bad game, it just meant that he never got the chances or nothing, but his touch was always good. Now, I mean, his weight of pass was always good. You saw it with Berber as well. You know what I mean? There's a few players, bro, like their touch and everything is always good. Always. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the truth.
That's a brilliant shot as well.
He's brilliant.
Massive fan of Kovacic.
Brilliant. He's probably the best ball carrying midfielder in the Premier League. And he might be one of the best in the world at carrying the ball.
Yeah, even Thiago's up there. Thiago last year was completing 3 dribbles a game for Bayern.
Yeah. Brilliant. And that's what I mean. And these players always look good consistently. There's nothing erratic about them. Do you know what I mean? The most erratic, frustrating players are the players that are lower technically. That's why they're frustrating, because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, they're probably more inconsistent. Yeah, you're right.
They are more inconsistent as well. You know what I'm saying? So consistency comes with technical ability. You know what I mean? That's where the reliability comes from. The most frustrating players are the players, that lack technically, bro. That's where the erratic performances come from. That's why one match they look like world beaters, the next match they look like scrubs. You see it. These are the guys that put up the best numbers most of the time.
I think with numbers right now, I was thinking about this the other day when we were having the Martial debate. It's literally quantity. That's all that matters in the modern day. Quantity, and you put out numbers. It's not about quality these days. Like, there's not many efficient players out there. Like, in terms of forwards kind of thing.
Yeah, there's not. In the modern game now, when I'm looking at these forwards and that, do you know what I mean? The highest technical forwards at that moment, you're probably looking at Benzema, Suarez. Do you know what I mean? And Harry Kane, to a certain extent, is very, very technical. Lewandowski is very technical. Do you know what I mean? But these men are very few and far between, bro. Very few and far between. Now it's a pace game, innit? It's a pace game and it's a numbers game. And big up Aiden as well. Ronaldinho, if any of you lot have played futsal, you'll know, that they toe punt the ball in futsal. And that's where that finish comes from. The ball don't bounce. It's a hard football. And then futsal boots have like a padding like on the toe. And they kick with their toe.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they kick with their toe in futsal. So that's where that shot comes from. You know what I mean? Like, so people laugh about the toe punts and that, but that's how they shoot a lot of the time in futsal. So that was just his quick thinking, and that was obviously just autopilot from growing up playing futsal. Do you know what I'm saying? Which they do play on the continent. They don't play it enough here, but they play it everywhere else. When I was in Spain, you see futsal pitches all over the place.
So, and the thing is, Ronaldinho in Brazil, they're playing like what was it called? The favelas or whatever it's called.
In the favelas, bruv. And R9 scored a toe punt, I think, against, was it Turkey as well? And when you toe punt the ball, you need less backlift, so you can take the ball quick, and the goalkeeper can't set themselves. So R9 used to toe punt it all the time, step over, toe punt, because you don't have to pull your leg back to toe punt it. Do you know what I mean? So you can catch the keeper quickly, and that's just quick thinking. But toe punting isn't a lack of technical ability.
Everyone laughs at toe punting, but if the ball goes in, what's wrong with it?
Nothing, but you know what it is? Remember at school, there used to be the shit kid that couldn't play football and used to toe punt it. So people think that, toe punting comes from having no tech. But it does when you're growing up with donuts. But, bruv, R9 and Ronaldinho are like top of the fucking tree. If they're toe punting it, it's not because, you know what I mean, their man ain't got tech. They're toe punting it because that's a skill. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You man are just troublemakers, blood. Stop the Bruno and Rashford talk in the comment section, bruv. We're not talking about
but it's true though. Rashford is a good example of the technical thing.
Of course he is, but so is Bruno, but it don't matter. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about them now. Do you know what I mean? Because man,
Rants like, you got to get clipped today.
Because they're like, oh, it's an agenda. It's not an agenda, it's football, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just football, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not a right way and a wrong way to play football, innit? Like, there's not.
It's just however you interpret the game.
It's however you interpret the game. That's all it is.
Because like with me, I'm less harsh on Rashford, for example, than you, because you've probably seen more technical plays than I have.
Yeah, because I was brought up in an era where all the players were technical, no matter where they played. Even your defensive midfielder, like your Makaleles, do you know what I mean? Your Gattusos, all these guys had a certain level of technical ability. Back in the day, if you wasn't technical, you couldn't play in it at the top level. But now, you can play at the top level if you're a good athlete. Like, technical ability comes second now, innit?
Kante, perfect example of that. He's not brilliant technically.
No, he's nowhere near it, but he just runs a lot.
Engine.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? And there's loads of players like that in the Prem and in most teams now. Like, there's certain men that are in there to just be the athlete. That's it. Do you know what I mean? The Scottish League, think is crazy underrated. Bare Prem players been found out there. Nah, to be honest, the Scottish League's improving. But the Scottish League, the bottom half of the Scottish League is not very good. Do you know what I mean? I went on trial at Kilmarnock like ages ago. Like, this was after I came back from Sweden, like just before, like I pretty much decided I wasn't going to play ball no more. But then I got an opportunity to go there, and fam, the bottom half of the table at the time weren't even full time in the SPL. Like, so it's one of them ones where the facilities weren't great there at the time. They would have improved by now, but that league, the disparity between the best leagues and the best teams and the worst teams is massive.
I think
Do you know what I mean?
Scotland producing elite talent kind of thing. I think most countries, if you look deep enough, are going to have a couple of decent players from that league.
Yeah.
It's just natural, isn't it?
100%. And that's what it is. And I think because Scotland, the style of play is very similar to here. Scottish football, yeah, like the SPL is probably similar to like League One here, innit, in terms of the physicality and the technical level. But a lot of players will go to Celtic because they know they're going to play Champions League football and it's a stepping stone to get found to go somewhere else. Just like Dembele, like Van Dijk. Do you know what I mean? And those like the Henrik Larssons, Tierney's, like they know they can get a Prem move from there.
And the thing is, with you're probably like there's probably more Premier League scouts in Scotland compared to somewhere like Egypt, for example. So obviously, like there's going to be more talent coming out from Scotland.
Bro, Lewandowski's from Poland, bruv. Imagine if you were Polish. What are the chances that you're going to get scouted by a Premier League team, bro? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To probably have that, you need elite numbers to actually like straight away look at them and scout them kind of thing.
You have to be banging 50 goals a season for man to look for you.
Is that the non-league thing? Strikers can get picked up from the non-league if they're just producing elite numbers.
Yeah, that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're better off playing in like a Scandinavian league, and scoring 25 goals than playing non-league here, because you're more likely to get picked up if you're in Sweden or Denmark. If you're in non-league here, unless you're scoring 40 goals a season, no one's looking at you, bro. And you're in the same country, because it's how they interpret the level, even if the level's the same. Even if the level's the same. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. It just comes down to how it's perceived. Big up Morgan for the super chat. Hazard's a great example. Player was tech, but he was able to adapt to the league. His stats could have been higher if players were more technical. Oh, bruv, absolutely. But also his stats would have been probably better if he played in a more technical league, bro.
I think with the Hazard thing as well, his stats could have been higher if he was actually consistent himself.
Yeah.
I remember that season Jose Mourinho was sacked. I think he had something like 3 goals that season.
Yeah, bro.
Like, he literally threw the manager under the bus.
Yep. 100% he did. But Hazard, like, his attitude's always been questioned.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you could argue talent-wise, he could be on par with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, 100%.
But the thing is,
in terms of actual talent, you could argue that he had more. But it didn't matter. He didn't work nowhere near as hard as Ronaldo.
Exactly.
Quaresma was definitely more talented than Ronaldo when I was watching him coming up. Do you know what I'm saying?
I have no respect for Hazard. Like, I rate him as a player, but come on, you could have been something else. And
I'm with you. I think Hazard's massively underachieved, yeah? Forget what he's won.
Like, how can you go to Real Madrid, your dream club, and be overweight? How?
Yeah, mad. Honestly, he's massively overachieved. I think he's one of the biggest disappointments in the modern football. I'm glad, I really wanted United to sign him. It was between us, City, and Chelsea. He said he went to Chelsea because they won the Champions League and that. But honestly, I'm glad we didn't sign him now, because he would have frustrated me. You know what I'm saying? Souček doesn't have technical.
That's a good kind of line that someone said. He's a generational talent, but not a generational player.
Facts.
I have no respect for Hazard after
facts. 100%. And this is an example. Souček and Antonio. Bro, like, Mikel done a podcast the other day, and he even said, he goes, bruv, in the small-sided games, I was shit, blood. He was like, bruv, he just wanted to play 11 aside so he could get the ball up to man, and he would bang goals, bro, because he knew that his physicality was literally his strengths, you know, and he's never hidden that.
And the thing is, with Mikel Antonio, like, he's not even probably a natural striker. The guy just works harder than everyone else.
He plays everywhere, bro. Like, I've seen him play right back. I've seen him play right wing. He's just an immense athlete.
Body around, and that's it.
Exactly. But if he went to a more technical league, like, his style of play would be frowned upon, because one, you'd probably give away more fouls because you can't use your body like that in other leagues. And also, you need to have a good touch, bro, because people want to play off you. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't in England, someone could play the ball up to you and you're holding it and there's no one around you and you're just wrestling with the centre back. Like, nah, you don't get that much space in other leagues, bro, because it's more tactical and they squeeze and condense the space more. So
saying that, as football goes on now, it could actually become more technical again. Just because players like Mikel Antonio, imagine this, VAR is probably just going to get stricter. Like football is becoming a less physical game. People like Mikel Antonio won't last. People like Andy Carroll, there's going to be less of them. There's going to be less of someone like Peter Crouch.
100, you're spot on. You know what I mean? The physical side of the game is disappearing. And as it disappears, you're going to need to rely on your technical ability a lot more.
You know what the perfect example is? Harry Maguire. Remember Harry Maguire's header against Burnley? There was nothing wrong with that.
Nothing.
But it was rolled out for, what was it, a push or something, a hand on the back. It's just
because you know what it was with that? Because the player didn't jump, it looked like Harry Maguire went through a minute. If the player jumps with Harry Maguire, it's not given. And that's what it is. And sometimes watching things in slow motion make it look worse. So I think VAR is definitely going to take... it's going to take the physicality out of the game. It's going to also take the tackling out of the game as well. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not going to make certain challenges now. And that's what it is. So, nah, man, that's actually a sick observation. I'm not gonna lie. Big up everyone inside the chat, bro. Make sure you smash the like button. You already know what it is. We're doing.
Someone was saying Hazard was let down. He was let down by the players around him. But you have to look at yourself at the same time. You can't tell me that season Jose Mourinho was sacked. He didn't throw the manager under the bus.
No, 100%. But saying that with Hazard, I think Hazard could have left Chelsea earlier and he didn't. Because he didn't want to force a move to Real Madrid. And I think he probably should have. You know what I mean?
Was it the 15-16 season, right? 7 goal contributions in 25 games. And this is one of the best talents in the world.
Yeah.
He literally threw the manager under the bus. And that was towards the end of the season when he actually started performing again.
Yeah, fair. It's very true. My man saying that Hazard's always been overweight in pre-season, but again, that's down to his dedication. When have you ever seen Cristiano overweight? When have you ever seen Messi overweight? It doesn't matter if it's pre-season or not. You're an elite athlete. You're not a boxer, bro. Like, you know the ones where you got 2 fights, and you might not have a fight till next year, bruv. You need to be you need to be fit all the time. Footballers only get 6 weeks off, mate. So how the fuck can you get that fat in 6 weeks, bro? That's neglect.
Thing is, you're going to Real Madrid at that point, like last year. That's your dream club. Surely, if you're going to your dream club, you're going to put in a bit more extra work to impress even more.
Hey, you, man, imagine, you get to go on a date with your dream girl, How you, brother, what? You're not going to brush your teeth? You know them, man, how you turning up to Real Madrid fat? Man never brushed his teeth. He never had a shower. Man never got a haircut. Man just turned up looking like a pagan, fam. Like, that don't make no sense.
Exactly, which is why I'm like, you have all the talent in the world and it just went downhill. And the thing is, look at right now. He went with a year without a goal, as someone said before. He's struggling at Real. He's injured. I think he might be injured again. Like,
he is injured again. He is injured
hasn't
again.
Looked after himself.
No, I'm saying.
And as a football fan, it's frustrating to see.
Yeah, facts. And I was gonna say big up Ed Woodward, but fuck Ed Woodward. But yo, love for the man, love for the thing. Neymar seems frustrating to watch. Neymar's not frustrating to watch. You know what I mean? They say that he says he loses the ball too much for your liking, but I don't know what his pass completion is, but it's probably higher than the likes of the likes of KDB and them, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is with Neymar, like, he's the kind of player in my team that I would not be worried. I would be more than happy to let him lose the ball.
I think with Neymar, I think the frustrating thing about Neymar was that you know how everyone says he rolls around too much? Yeah. Like the World Cup, there was that stat that he was on the field for something like 40 minutes or something. I think that's where the frustrating thing about Neymar comes.
You see, with Neymar, you know what it is with Neymar. Neymar is not a number 9. He's not a striker, innit? But because he scores so much goals, people think and they judge him like a number 9, and they say, "Oh yeah, that Neymar misses chances and this, that, and the other." And it's like, bro, he's not even a striker. He's just so good that he scores more goals than strikers, but he's not like a finisher like that, because that's not who Neymar. That's not who he is.
He doesn't have a Ronaldo-esque striker kind of thing.
He doesn't, because Neymar's not a striker, bro. Like, Neymar's just the best kid in the playground. That's all he is. Like, he plays everywhere. But Neymar is actually just an old school number 10, bro. But he just plays everywhere. Do you know what I mean? His position is the same position as Ronaldinho's, bro. Like he just plays wherever he wants. And that's just what it is. But because people see him, yeah, and certain times he doesn't look overly convincing finishing, man, say, oh yeah, Neymar misses too many chances. But
yeah, he doesn't look convincing with his finishing stuff.
He doesn't look convincing with his finishing because he's not a striker. Do you know what I mean? And that's how good Neymar is, because he scores strikers' numbers and also gets midfielders assists. He does both.
Like, we judge Neymar, Ronaldo, and Messi. I think Ronaldo and Messi just set the bar so high. So when we look at Ronaldo, unbelievable strike with him, like in terms of shot power and stuff. Neymar does not have that same kind of.
Yeah, he doesn't finish with authority because he's not a striker. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you understand what Neymar is, then you'll actually appreciate how good he is, because he has no right to score that many goals and get that many assists the way he plays, bro. If you look at his average positions and that, bro, like out of him, Messi and Ronaldo, he definitely plays the deepest.
Yeah, because he comes deep to collect the ball, because he just has so much ability, to, especially right now, to take
so much. Bro, you saw the goal he scored against United. He picked up the ball, in his own half, and he finished off the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally plays everywhere. And that's testament to his ability. So, like, honestly, he's an amazing footballer. You know what I mean? And I think people need to look past the antics or whatever people like to call them, bruv. It's cultural, innit? Like, that's just how it is, bruv. Different players play different ways. Suarez cheats because it's acceptable to cheat where he's from, bro. Like, it's just about winning, innit?
And someone said Neymar can finish with both feet. Yeah, he can, but that doesn't mean he can't. He doesn't have like unbelievable. He has unbelievable shot power.
But just because you score goals, it doesn't mean you're a finisher. Do you understand? Like, Neymar's not a finisher, but he scores goals. He scores goals because he's so good. But Neymar's not a finisher, so like that's just how it is, man. It's testament to his ability. You know what I'm saying? But yo, big up everyone inside. Smash the like button. 1.5K in here. Do you know what I mean? Realer Than Most is coming up straight after at 5 o'clock, and then there's a break, and then 7:45 we're going into Chelsea Atletico. So yo, we got a busy evening, people. Big up Statman as usual, you know, like that, and he'll be back for the Red Talk on Thursday.
Oh, I don't know. He's back.
Yeah, I don't know what the game is going to be saying. I'm not going to lie. It's probably going to be shit because we're already through. But
I think Ethan Galbraith might start the game because he's been brought into the squad. And
why would Ethan start? But he said that Diallo's not going to start.
But I think with Ethan Galbraith, it's kind of like we've only got Fred that might fit in the midfield, innit? So it makes sense.
Oh, no. Oh, God. All right, fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. And, yo, I'll catch you lot in a couple minutes with Turkish. Big up.